Oh god, Harry Thomas is in a serious coma. We've gotta revive him, and fast. Whoa! Thanks, dog. Deadpool 2 was a fucking nightmare. It deserved to be the Terminator 2 of Deadpool. Let's see, it's the Alien... But in reality, it's the Alien 3 of... But in reality, it's the Alien 3 of Deadpool. But in reality, it's the Alien 3 of Deadpool. Man, was that underwhelming. Why, David Leitch? You can go screw yourself. Why couldn't Tim Miller have returned? I don't care if I get all the hate comments in the universe for this rant video. I'd be lying if I said Deadpool 2 was a good movie. Deadpool 2, or shitty Terminator 2 remake as it deserves to be called, as sadly not directed by Tim Miller but by David Leitch, and is the shitty and inferior sequel to one of my favourite superhero movies of all time, Deadpool. I wish I could say the same about Deadpool 2. So Deadpool 2 tells the story, as freaking infuriating as it is, of Wade Wilson. He joins up with this team of X-Men known as the X-Force, and to rescue a John Connor ripoff from a rehash of the T-1000. Now, his name's actually Cable, but seriously, he's that identical to a T-1000, and nowhere near as memorable, by the way. That's the shitty story out of the way. Now, at first, I would have been nuts not to include Deadpool 2 in my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2018, as the original Deadpool is a revolutionary cult classic in the superhero genre. It showed that superhero movies can get away with R ratings and be entertaining. And Ryan Reynolds couldn't have been more perfect as Deadpool, and Vanessa was awesome. How she loved him, not for his appearance, but she saw what was inside him. It's one of the greatest love stories ever told in a superhero movie. It's similar to the romance between Shrek and Fiona. It contained exhilarating action and classic pop culture one-liners, as well as a personal antagonist for Deadpool. It's entirely made up for how Deadpool was fucking butchered in Origins. As I speak, ladies and gentlemen, Deadpool 2 currently holds an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. What the actual fuck? The entire DCU deserves a higher Rotten Tomatoes rating than this shit. The critics are clearly just fangasming out and fanboying out just because this is a Marvel movie, and they are blinded by love for Marvel no matter what they put out. But I can see in this movie what the critics can't. Don't get me wrong, if you like this movie, good for you. That's awesome. But I ain't with you. I'm sorry, but I can't defend Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 is fucking atrocious. This sequel fucking butchers the original Deadpool, a movie which I'm freaking passionate about, and David Leitch, the direction he took this story pissed me the fuck off. Do I have even one positive for Deadpool 2? Nope, with a capital N. I don't have any pros for Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 entirely sucks ass, so the negatives here are overwhelming. Man, the characters here are either bad or written terribly, or ruined, freaking ruined. Domino and Cable have been praised by critics as great new additions to the Deadpool franchise. I say they suck. They offer nothing special. They just exist to set up a Deadpool Avengers / X-Men cinematic universe so that the greedy executives at Fox and Marvel can make even more sequels. This movie lacks the awesome standalone feel of its predecessor. Domino doesn't kick ass with a pair of dominoes. That would have been kick-ass. But no, the movie does nothing inventive with her. And the kids which Ways is supposed to protect. I didn't give a shit about him. He's whiny, brassy. Why are we supposed to like this kid? He has none of the badassery that John Connor has. He's trying to be John Connor, but he will never be John Connor. And Cable as an antagonist. At least Francis / Ajak in the original Deadpool, he may not be the greatest comic book villain ever in the likes of Thanos, Heath Ledger's Joker, Bane or Ares, but at least he was a personal foe for Deadpool who took away everything he had, whereas Cable has no relations to Deadpool, so I never cared about their conflict, and he's a dreadful rip-off of the T-1000. It hurt watching this movie, guys, and the chick from the X-Men in the first movie, she does pure jack shit in this movie. They waste her even more in this movie than in the original, and there are some badass action sequences from the trailer that never appear in this movie. They were just action sequences designed for the trailer to fool you and into seeing this movie. And I'm not kidding when I make this statement. The majority of the runtime, Deadpool isn't even being a hero. He's attempting to commit suicide and blow himself up or set himself on fire. Who would want to see that? That's such a negative and draining and tedious and mean-spirited plot. What were the writers thinking? But what pissed me off big time, emphasis on freaking big time, was the total lack of the beautifully told romance from the original film. It was such a groundbreaking romance that I legitimately cared for. It's literally nearly... It's such a groundbreaking romance which I legitimately cares for. It's close to Diana and Steve's romance from Wonder Woman. But in this movie, it's in as little as 5%. 5 fucking % of the plot is about the romance. And they kill off one special character. I'm not going to spoil who it is. One important character to Deadpool's arc and his journey. They literally removed this character who you can't remove literally in the first act of the film. That was it. I was ever so done with Deadpool after that. I didn't want a Deadpool 3. Watching this movie, it felt like I'd contracted the disease which Wazer has, which made him all disfigured and look like Freddy Krueger, only even worse. I was in just total agony throughout this movie. I wanted to walk out. I was this tempted to walk out. Ever since they killed off that character, David Leitch, you the direction you took with this story, you have let the entire Deadpool fan base down. Tim Miller should have directed this movie. Then this movie would have been the perfect Deadpool sequel that it deserves to be. So Deadpool 2, folks, is no exaggeration, honestly, one of the worst fucking superhero sequels, period. Just like Superman 4 Quest for Peace and Batman and Robin, this movie will upset you and torture you. If you're a diehard Deadpool fan, stay well away. Avoid this movie like the plague. I wanted to give it 2 thumbs up, but instead I'm giving it a big fat fucking thumbs down. I'll go as far as saying I'd rather watch the entirety of Origins Wolverine than another minute of Deadpool 2. I give Deadpool 2 0 stars out of 5. Fuck this movie! So yeah, this movie deserved to be the most badass sequel ever. It's Deadpool 2 for crying out. So yeah, this sequel deserved to be the most badass sequel ever. It's freaking Deadpool 2 for crying out loud. I would have loved for this to have made my top 10 best list of 2018, but it's ended up making my top 10 worst. Well, I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. And what did you think of Deadpool 2? Are you outraged by my thoughts, or are you actually like me and you're on the more negative side of this movie and don't get the love? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram, and I'll see you all next time when I review Life of the Party. And remember, movies are us. Bye guys.